Hey guys, welcome to another Blender tutorial and we are continuing with our glass making skills. Well, not our glass making, but obviously we are in the glass making the material process. So in my last video I showed you how to do a good glass, how to also, I showed you also before that the different ways of making the different materials, the different ways of making a glass material, the benefits, the pros, the cons, the whole lot of that stuff. And so we got quite a really good render last week, and so this week we are going to apply a material to the water. Right, here we go. Let's go into our glass render. As you can see, there is my glass over there. As it clears up, I've got my little material preview sphere over here, sitting over here, so you get a good idea. The glass, really good while it's busy rendering. By the way, I have a denoiser on here just to sort of get clarity pretty quickly. So now we're going to put water. Yes, put water. The water's there. We need to give it a material. Okay. And the great thing is that I had previously shown you how to work groups, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Right. So going back to my glass shader looks awesome, excellent. And by the way, in the next video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving it caustics. You don't know what that is? You're going to find out. All right. So this is where I'm simply going to start. So I've showed you how to do groups. So I'm going to select every node of the glass, all right, just simply by dragging. Now I've got all of these nodes selected. I have not got the material output selected. Don't select that one. And I'm simply going to, because the idea is here, water and glass are pretty similar. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of this work again. Just to, yes, and by the way, if you think I'm going to copy paste, no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm going to show you something pretty awesome. I know it's going to benefit you, so you want to check what I'm doing. I have showed you guys groups before, so here we go. So I've selected that, drag and select it within my this material panel. Yes, this guy over here. Let's see, what is it called? It's called a shader editor. Within my shader editor, if you don't have it, it's quite quick and easy. Maybe you've only got this. All I'm going to do is in object mode. I think in edit mode it'll work as well, but you'll see my mouse that I've got here. I'm going to put it on the corner here until it looks like that. Then I'm going to click and drag. I'm going to click and drag. And it's going to split. It's going to give me two windows. And then in this top part here, I'm going to select shader editor. Right, so now that we got that out the way, for all those who have not been watching my videos since the beginning, that's how I do it. Right, so now let's continue. So I select all of these materials here. Again, if you don't know how these guys got here, you need to check out my previous video, and I go through each one and what they do. Pretty awesome. Okay, so now that I have dragged and selected all of these nodes, I'm going to press Command G on a Mac, or Command G on a Mac and Control G on a Windows machine. So I've got a Mac, so Command G. That is going to do this. You've got now this green overlay at the back, and that's because it's in a group. What it's done is it's opened my group node, see there, all right, and it's showing you what's inside of this group. I press tab to go out, I select it, I press tab to go back in and check. Now the cool thing is that you've got these two nodes over here, okay, group input and group output, and what these guys allow you is that it gives you inputs and outputs nodes so that you can connect and add on to this group. Pretty awesome. I think I just did my group tutorial again with the example. Anyway, so now what I want to do is that I can create a group, and that group can be an add-on. So if I press Shift A and I go to group, it's there. Okay, which means I can reuse it. Pretty awesome. So here we go. We go back in. So with that all set and explained, I am going to, the one thing that I want to change, because the difference between a glass and water is your IOR, okay? IOR, something of refractory. Yes, what does IOR stand for? It stands for importer of record. No, that's not, no, that's not it. There, index of refraction, that's the one. So it stands for index of refraction. And for glass, the index of refraction is 1.45, and you'll see there's two places within here that is. Now I can change that on the outside. That's how we can set this up. So what I want to do is I just want to drag from there. Can you see there? Let me, yes, there you go. So what I can do is I can do this. Okay. And there's another place you need to change it, because if you look to my last tutorial, my Fresnel over here allowed me to, yes, mix the two shaders together to give it that wonderful looking gloss. Now the other one that I want to connect up over here is in my principal shader, which is over here. You need these two to be the same. So there you go. Done. Okay. The other one that I want to change is, let's say over here, this color over here. I can add in here. Pretty cool. You see there, it's always going to have one extra add that you can just plug in there. There you go. That's color. If I select it, I can even rename it. So let's change. If I go into properties, let's change my actual. Wait, let's go out here. So if I select this guy, there you go. Okay. So there's your two over there, your two inputs. There you go. So if I change this, I can say glass shader. Awesome glass shader. There you go. So that's what I've named it now. All right. The other thing that I can do in here is I can change. There you go. I can change the names of these inputs and outputs. So here I can say, okay, IO index of refraction. There's your outputs. You can name them. So I can click on here and I can name it. And I can say glass color, e.g. Right, I'll spell it the American way. Color, yes. If the Americans are like, what? They're puzzled. Yes, we spell it different. No, of course they're gonna know that. Sorry, guys. All right, so there you go. Now when I press tab and I go out, now I've like made my own sort of custom node here. Pretty awesome. There's that. There's your glass shader. Now, with that said and done, let's close off this tutorial by doing this. So now I select my liquid, because it doesn't have a material. All right, I deleted my material because I wanted to leave it black, and I'll explain to you now why. Because looking at it this way, just sort of gives you a more, it just gives me a more clear idea of the liquid. You'll see now once I add in a shader, it's gonna add it. It's gonna make it sort of white, gray. White's gray color looking, maybe not. Okay, so I need to delete this principal shader because we've already got that in our group. Do you remember that? So select, and remember we didn't include this. That's because this material output is for the liquid. So I'm going to select this node. I'm going to press X. It's going to delete it. Great. See, look how black it is. Now I'm going to Shift A. All right. I'm going to go to group, and there is my awesome glass shader. Okay, like any other node, drag, click to release, and then I'm going to plug that guy in there, and I'm now able to water. The index of reflection is 1.33. Ba-boom. And there is my liquid. That is what makes it the difference between me just making a modeling a glass that is only a little bit filled versus a glass with that, and then a glass and then proper liquid, and then let's say I've got a bit of got red juice in my glass. Done. I know what you're saying. Wow. Yes, it's that easy, folks. So there it was, and like I said, well, there it is. Not was, there it is, right in front of you. It is. It's existing right now. Okay, so there it is, and next week we will be adding, next video we will be adding the cow sticks. If you don't know what cow sticks is, you want to check out the next video. Right, so until next week, guys, like this video because you liked it, because I taught you something awesome. You did like it. Look how wonderful this looks. That looks real, man. If there wasn't any of this other rubbish that the guy who made this put in there, I would believe that this is real. Okay, and if you're on Rumble, hit that plus sign. Okay, it's down at the bottom here, I think. You know, I once watched a YouTube video where the guy was on screen and he pointed up to here, and it was the way that YouTube was previously. I think it was the subscribe button. It used to be up here somewhere, and at the time of him making it, yeah, it was up there. But now if you look at YouTube, the subscribe button and the bell button are down here. So I'm not going to do that. Well, I just did, but I'm just retracting that, and I'm saying, guys, hit the plus button. If you are watching off BitChute, you can give us flames, flames, yeah. And then obviously YouTube, guys, subscribe to the channel. Go check out our playlist, because on Active TV, there's a reason why we call it Active TV, because there's a whole lot of stuff there. If you don't know, go check it out. There's lots of shows, all right, from other people, from other things. It is content heaven. So there you go. I hope this has blessed you as much as it's blessed me, because this was awesome. Look at this glass. Damn it, man. This is awesome. All right, guys. So until next week, see you then. From Ryan, cheers.